This is MATHguide.com, and my name is Mark Karadimos. In this video, we're going to learn how to solve complicated proportions. We do have another video that goes by a very similar name, Solving Complicated Proportions 1. That video deals with proportions that lead to linear equations. This video is going to talk about proportions that lead to quadratic equations. Okay, well, in this video, we're going to talk about the prerequisite skills in the first section, everything you need to know to be able to do this, and then we're going to go over 2 examples. Let's get started. So let's talk about all the prerequisite knowledge you need to know in order to be successful at understanding this video. So 1, you have to know something about proportions. 2, you've got to know something about how to factor quadratic equations or quadratic polynomials. And then 3, you have to know how to solve quadratic equations, preferably by factoring. Okay, so if you don't know any one of those or more than one of those, I'm going to put links in the comment section of this video, and you could look them over and then come back to this video. All right, anyway, let's charge ahead. So here's our first example. We can see that we have a proportion up there, and that just means 2 equal fractions. We're going to cross multiply. So I'm going to take a minus 2 times a plus 7, and that's got to be equal to the other cross product. Positive 1 times negative 18, which is negative 18. If I multiply these, and I'm not going to show the work here, but if I multiply these, I'm going to get 5a minus 14. Okay, so what I suggest you do is multiply those polynomials using either FOIL or a table to get this answer. Okay, anyway, now when you have a quadratic equation, you got to get a 0 on one side. So I'm going to add 18 to both sides to get a 0 over here. So if I add 18, adding 18 to negative 14 is going to give you a value of 4. All right, now what do? Once we get the 0, we're going to factor. If we factor this polynomial, we're thinking, hey, what numbers multiply to be 4 but add to be 5? So those numbers are 1 and 4. They multiply. 4 and 1, they multiply to be 4 and add to be 5. All right, well, the multiplication property of 0 says if you multiply 2 quantities together to get 0, at least one of those values has to be 0. So either the a plus 1 is 0 or the a plus 4 is 0. In other words, set the factors equal to 0. Okay, now if I solve this like here, I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. I get negative 1. Yep, that's a negative 1 there. Here if I subtract 4, I get negative 4. And there you go. Those are our 2 answers for the first problem. The only thing you got to keep in mind is make sure that you don't have any zeros in denominators when you're done. Like here, a cannot be equal to 2. So if let's say you were to do this work and you were going to get a value of equal to 2, you'd say, nope, got to discard that because no denominator could ever be equal to 0. Okay, but anyway, we're safe with these 2. We're all good. Let's try another example. Okay, so for our second example, you can see up here in the upper left-hand corner, we're going to solve this. How do you do it? Well, proportion, you cross multiply. So I'm going to take the u minus 2 times the u plus 13. And I'm going to multiply the other diagonals. 5 times negative 10, negative 50. Okay, again, I'm going to multiply this through. I'm not going to show the work. Either use FOIL or make a table of values. Multiply these, you're going to get negative 26. Okay, now what? Okay, now, anytime you're dealing with a quadratic equation, you got to get a 0. So I'm going to add 50 to both sides. So if we add 50 to both sides, add 50 there, I'm going to get a 24. Okay, now what? Let's factor. So I'm trying to think, what are the factors of 24? In other words, what's 2 numbers that multiply to be 24 but also add to be 11. Well, I got those two numbers. It's 8 and 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 plus 3 is 11. It works. Multiplication property of 0 says if you multiply two quantities and get 0, one or more, one or both of the quantities has to be equal to 0. So it's either that guy or this guy is 0. Okay, subtract 8 from both sides. Subtract 3 from both sides. There you go. We've got our two answers. Again, look at the denominator. Make sure you don't get a 0 in the denominator. Here you could see that if I had a 2 for u, 2 minus 2 would give me 0. It's not allowed. So u cannot be equal to 2. And we're okay. So these answers are not equal to 2. So these are acceptable answers. Both of them are acceptable. So there you have it. I really would appreciate it if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. That'd be fantastic. Also, go back to MATHguide.com, check out our text-based lessons, interactive quizzes, and instructional videos. You will not be disappointed. Take care.